Hey, what's up, fam? Closer to the end of the volume for Volume 6 of RWBY, and as I've been saying, I think Volume 6, at least so far, 6 has been probably the best volume. Obviously, we have a little bit left, so we can't say for sure. As long as consistency keeps up, I mean, it doesn't need to go above and beyond what it's done already. As long as it just can hold out what it's been at this volume, then I think it'll definitely be the best one so far. The episode itself, I'd say this one, like just kind of getting through, and when you start it, actually, I was a little bit like looking at the time, and I thought it was only a little under 14 minutes, and I was like, this one might not be that exciting of an episode, and it wasn't until a certain point, but I'll get to that in a second. So they're getting ready to steal one of the Atlas military planes. You know, they got a whole plan. Weiss is like, all right, I'm gonna go home. You know, let me get a ship and an escort. Obviously, it seems pretty normal to them. I thought for a second it was gonna be like she has all this luggage and they were gonna hide in it or something, which honestly I think might have worked. But it actually just had Marie in there, and they take out the two guards that her two like right hand guys. I don't know their names. I don't know if I want to know their names because I don't know if they're funny or not. I haven't decided. She like kicks them out, and the old lady. I don't remember her name either. I don't really care for that. I don't care for her character at all. Maria had a really cool flashback, so I got her name is branded into my head from how cool she was in that whole thing with the Nevermore and fighting those bandits, those assassins. But I don't know, this other lady. I actually like the part when she's like, when they turn around because they're gonna go pick everyone up. But obviously, the ship now that has entered their airspace, the Atlas people are like, "Hey, what the fuck you guys doing?" Whereas Maria's like, I know their speak. Hold on, I got this." And she did all this long military kind of like layout, and they're like, "Oh yeah, yeah, we know that's not you. Your wording right is right, but you know our military isn't made up of old women." And they're like, "Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You got us." And this is where I thought maybe some big airship fight would happen. I think that's what a lot of people thought. But actually, what decided to be what happened after Ruby had her whole team leader speech and Crow seems to have gotten past that point of kind of blaming himself for all this for bringing all them along. And even though when it turned out as without a direction as it has been, really, Ruby's kind of helping him get by it, which I like. It's nice to see character development. That's cool. And Crow's whole kind of hang up for his character with his the way that he's been. You know, we know his backstory. We know like how his semblance has kind of made him a little bit of a loner, as well as the whole revelation that Ozpin didn't have a plan merged with his alcoholism. It's definitely a very real problem that he's had, and how like bad he's been doing this volume. It's definitely one that makes sense. And unlike one that I was actually thinking about today before this episode is Yang's still kind of hung up on Adam and having a little flash. I'm like, it's been a while. I really hope they get past this soon. And then when it gets to the end of the episode, after freaking the Atlas military brought out a big mech, and I was like, oh, cool. It looks like they're gonna fight a mech this episode. I was like, oh, they still have a few more of this episode. Maybe they're gonna get the fight started. But actually, what they brought in instead was Adam, who my boy showing up to take on Blake. Blake just freaking out. There's like dead people everywhere and getting ready to go against him in combat. And I'm looking forward to this. I don't know how they're going to end this because out of everyone on their team, the only person they have that should be able to take on Adam in a fight is Crow, which they could easily do. And a Crow versus Adam fight would be awesome. But I don't know. I feel like they're going to make this Blake and Yang versus Adam, and I don't think that'll work very well because Adam, you know, remembering at the end of Volume 3 is so powerful that he completely depleted like a pissed off semblance imbued Yang's aura shield in one swing. So I really doubt them combined would be able to defeat him. I see him as the same level as people like Crow and Tyrion and all that, and Ruby, Jean, Nora, and Ren all together could even make Tyrion take them seriously. So she shouldn't be on level to really do anything with it yet. She seems fast enough, but she doesn't have that power level enough, or power level. She doesn't have that power output enough. And where Yang though is very power output based, it doesn't seem like she can compete. It doesn't seem like she's going to be able to do anything against him. She hasn't shown anything to really kind of put her high above where she was in Volume 3 when they encountered. She's definitely stronger. It's easy. They've all gone through some stuff. Other characters seem like they've got more skill on them, probably got increased aura amounts and all the like evolved semblances and whatnot, but it definitely doesn't seem like any of them are even close to Adam yet. So we'll see how things go. If Crow steps in or something, then that'll be understandable. And obviously, I'd like to see a Crow versus Adam fight. That'd be awesome. But I am a little bit worried. They haven't been too kind to Adam in the last couple volumes. Like he just left in Volume 3 and then Volume 5. He just like runs away when he and Hazel together, and then everyone that like was a potential opponent in the crowd was like nameless fodder. He could have probably done that cool moon slice that he did in the trailer. Everyone remembers that cool swing from the Blake trailer, and just like kill everyone there in one swing. So we'll see how that whole transpires. Like I said, about good episode. It had a little bit of a slow start. Had some nice comedy in there. I like Maria's character. She's starting to grow on me, as I didn't give a shit about her for the first few episodes, but I don't know. She's really picked up since that flashback. She's gotten pretty cool, but also at the same time kind of funny. Not too funny, not overly done, but definitely in a nice comfortable area. But that's gonna be it for this episode. We have just a couple more this volume. Can they do it? Can they keep up the consistency? Just two more episodes. I'm trying to remember if it's 12 or 13 in their volumes now. I'm pretty sure it's 12. But I've got my fingers crossed, keeping my hopes up. So we'll see. And if you've already seen this or are interested in anything, if you've seen it, drop comments what you thought about this episode in the comments below. If you're interested, what part of this sounds pretty interesting? Is it the sick mech or Adam? Definitely Adam for me. I've always really liked Adam's character, and I barely get a little glimpse of him every single volume. But maybe I'll get a good fight of him before this volume ends. They better not kill him off, but we'll see. Anyway, that's it for this one. If you like this kind of content, I really appreciate if you'd hit that thumbs up, hit that like button, check out my other videos, and subscribe to the channel for more reviews. But anyway, appreciate everyone who's already subscribed. Otherwise, thank you very much for listening. Bye.